right. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to find my comments again as soon as this opens up. Hopefully, yep, there they are. Okay. All right. So today is Wednesday, October 20th. We're here with a Facebook Live update for North Tonawanda City Schools. And not a ton of things changing at the moment. Our infection rate for COVID in the county is around 250 a week. And for those of you who follow this and know everything, we have to be under 100 a week for anything to change as far as restrictions or masking or anything like that. So we're well above that number at the 250 rate. And so we've just been kind of talking about winter sports because there is some guidance that says they have to wear their masks while they're playing the sports. But winter sports are things like wrestling, and we don't really see how that's going to work without that getting ripped off and all those things. So we are appealing that to the commissioner like we do with all these rules for clarification. So I don't have any updates on that, but they should be coming. Um, this is our Spirit Week, our TNT week. We typically never really had a formal homecoming, but this is the week that we do those sorts of things. So we do have a lot of activities planned. There is a JV game this evening. I think it starts at 7. It's a later start, 6:30 or 7. We have Lumberfest tomorrow. We're in our shine with Powder Puff game, the burning of the Jinx, food trucks, games, and different and music and dancing. That's open to everybody in the community. So we hope to see a lot of you there. That'll start tomorrow around the 6 o'clock hour. I'm sure there's details in Schoology and posted online for our Lumberfest. Friday is the big TNT game. It is in Tonawanda this year. And that is always starting a little bit earlier so that we get the kids done and home, depending on weather and that type of thing. Plus, that's always a good night to get them back home safe and sound so no one gets into trouble. So that game starts earlier, around 5:36. So we're very excited to have that. I was lucky enough to spend the day at the high school today. We just got done teaching 8th period in our freshman experience class, talking to them about the history of TNT, what it was like in 1980 when I was here, and how things have changed, and talk to them about career paths and how that changed as well, and their choices now that they are ninth graders. All the choices at the high school can help them decide what they want to do when they graduate from high school. So it seems like a very nice incoming freshman class. I had 6 or 7 classes today, and everyone was very well versed on NT and had some great questions to ask, so that was fun to see that. As we move into the next week, we do have Halloween, and then the clocks get changed back. Those are all kind of static calendar things that we do every year. We don't have any concerts or anything yet, but the middle school will be practicing and doing a play. So we're excited for that to come up. And I'm not seeing any comments at the moment, but we do have a board meeting. It is a policy meeting, so there's no public comment, but we are going to be reviewing policies from Erie 1, as well as looking at what we do with Dignity Act for All and the bullying situation and changes that we can do to make things better here in North Tonawanda. So, and that was part of my talk with the freshmen today about how things have changed, right? So there weren't cell phones and social media when I was in school, but that doesn't mean there weren't bullies, but it was more of a face-to-face thing and you can get away from it. The problem now with that we face and that we need to deal with is that they're connected all the time. So if they're doing Snapchat or all these other things that they like to do, TikTok, it's hard to turn it off, and that's what we need to work on, how that will do. So yes, Greg Fox, I got your test. Can you explain what Fall Fest is at NTI? So when we did the reconfiguration, we all became lumberjacks. So there's little lumberjacks and Drake Duck lumberjacks and Spruce Tree lumberjacks and Ohio Owl lumberjacks. And so NTI is doing sort of a Lumberfest, which is really just a fall activity of games and music and things for really Spirit Week to get them set up for what's going to happen at middle school and high school. And all the buildings are doing some kind of thing to commemorate the TNT game. And so if it's not posted in Schoology what the Fall Fest is at NTI, exactly like what activities and games they're playing, you should be getting that soon, or you can call the school. I don't know the actual detail of what they're running, but it's usually indoor and outdoor, weather dependent. They do games, prizes. There's usually a book sale. There's all kinds of things that go on just to kind of get families and kids together and to celebrate the NT spirit. I don't have a lot of other comments yet, but we are continuing to monitor everything. No news is good news. Let's hope that our numbers come down in the county. We want to see that 250 number per 100,000 come down to under 100 and stay there. That means we can return to a more normal school setting. That being said, I appreciate everybody watching. As you can see, let me see. So there's about 49 people watching live. I do watch the comments; they come in afterwards, so we will answer them. But since there's not as many big changes this year, I'll probably go to every other week for Facebook Live, starting in November. So we'll keep you posted on that, and we'll use Facebook to let you know when the next one is. I will be here the 27th. And I know already that I have a commitment on November 3rd, so I won't be live the 3rd. So then we'll probably look at going to every other week after the 3rd. Let's see. Will the district ever make mandatory testing for personnel available at the school during school hours? Other districts are making it available. Yes. So it's in the works. There are some districts in Niagara County that are doing that. They are smaller districts who have a total of 14 or 20 that need to be done. Sadly, Niagara Falls, Lockport, Star Point, North Tonawanda, Niagara Wheatfield, we're in the over 100. I think some of them are in the 80s to 100 every week. And so there was a grant that Niagara County applied for and got. And it'll be sort of a mobile testing unit for parents, staff, and students, and that should start in November. I actually have a conference call tomorrow about that, about what that schedule might look at, what the times and hours would be. And basically what that means is there will be nurses doing testing weekly in each district, and we have to set up the day and the schedule. That had to go out for a bid. It's called a request for proposal. That was done. Niagara Falls City School District took the lead on that because they have over 200 that need to be tested weekly, and they will be appointing that company at their next board meeting, and then we can get that up and running. So there is a plan for the larger districts who have a lot of testing to move to in-district testing, and it is one option, right? So if it's Wednesday from 12 to 5 and that doesn't work for somebody on a Wednesday to get there 12 to 5, they still have the same options they have now, which are to test at a Walgreens or CVS or their doctor's office and submit that. But it's coming for November. How many numbers in the high school? So I don't know what numbers you want, but there hasn't been any positive COVID cases this week at the high school. We do this daily, and it looks like there's been one case at NTI every day this week so far. But our numbers in North Tonawanda are very low, and none have been at the high school in the last week. And then it says, congratulations on your award last night, well deserved. So they're referring to North Tonawanda City Council, and the mayor had a COVID Hero Award that you can nominate anyone in the community to win that or to receive that certificate and acknowledgement for their hard work during COVID. And I was nominated by a resident, which I truly appreciate, and was given that last night. So, and Matthew Kennedy was gracious enough to accept that for me because sadly I was driving back from Albany where I had to do some work for the state at this level. But thank you. And it says, keep up the great work. So remember, you can call us anytime. You can still comment if you're watching this after hours. We do get those questions, and while we're not monitoring it 24/7, we do look at it from time to time throughout the week and try to answer those people's comments, either through a text back on Facebook Live, or if it's a specific like transportation or Spruce School or some other school question, we have someone from that building contact you. I do see. They posted keep up to date with the COVID numbers, which is always on our website under the COVID-19 tab at the top. And we are ntschools.org, and pretty much anything you need to know about the schools are there. So it says, our elementary kids supposed to be having mask breaks. What about kids wearing masks during gym class? So yes to gym class with breaks, yes to classroom breaks as well for masks. So they should all be scheduling them as needed. Outside, they don't need the mask, so if a teacher takes them outside for something in gym class, they wouldn't necessarily need their mask. All right, so they're all set with questions for now, and we look forward to seeing you on October 27th. I'll be back for another update. And then mark your calendars. I will not be available the 3rd, but I'll be back November 10th. So have a safe TNT weekend. Come to Lumberfest tomorrow night. Go to the junior JV game tonight, and then the big TNT varsity game is in Tonawanda this Friday. So hope everyone's safe. Oh, and then they're doing the outdoor homecoming dance Saturday. And that'll be on that cement plaza with some big tents by the football stadium. So music, DJ, and a homecoming dance for NT students. So thank you, everybody. Stay safe, stay Lumberjack strong, and go Jacks this weekend. Thank you very much.